On behalf of Department of English, Government Postgraduate College, Attock, I welcome you all. These online classes have been started to help students for the preparation of the final papers that will be conducted by the University of the Punjab. As the COVID-19 has disturbed all fields of life, similarly, academic life and educational institutions have also been affected by this. In order to save the time of the students and to enable them to prepare themselves for the final exam, these classes are started on the instructions of Higher Education Department, Government of the Punjab, Lahore. I am Abdul Qayyum, Assistant Professor of English, Government Postgraduate College, Attock, and this class is exclusively for B.Sc English Part 2. You know that English is a compulsory subject that is taught to the students of B.Sc, and this subject is taught in Part 2. So this lecture would help you to understand the pattern of the paper, because it is very much important in the beginning to discuss with you the pattern of the paper and distribution of marks. That before starting the syllabus properly, it is very much essential that I would discuss with you that how your paper will be set and what will be the weightage of each question. So this would help you in focusing on the main areas of the paper, because this would help you the weightage of each question, and that is an important instrument in the preparation of the exam, that the student should know which question carries how many marks, because based on these marks the student decides how to prepare those chapters or those questions so as to make better performance in the examination. So this lecture is exclusively designed and prepared to introduce the pattern of the paper and the distribution of the marks. So in the upcoming part of this lecture, we would be continuing with this discussion of the pattern of the paper and the distribution of the marks. Let's come straight to the distribution of the marks. So we can see that total marks of this paper, I mean B.Sc English paper, it carries 100 marks, and there are two sections in this paper. Section A consists of 50 marks, and section B also carries 50 marks. So these two sections, A and B, each carrying 50 marks, make 100 marks, and these 100 marks are divided into two parts as earlier stated, and students have to prepare for this subject, and English is a compulsory subject in B.Sc. So this is the distribution of the marks. So next we would go into detail of these sections, that how many questions are there in each section and what is the weightage of the marks that are being given to each question. Here comes section A. This section of the paper is based on textbook prescribed for B.Sc. So the first section, that is section A, which carries 50 marks, that section is based upon the textbook. So there is only one textbook for B.Sc English, and the paper of 50 marks, that is section A, is set from the textbook. And this textbook consists of 20 essays. That in that one textbook, it carries 20 essays. So out of those 20 essays, you would be given the questions, long questions, and you have to answer those questions in detail. So that is the section A, that is basically based upon the textbook, and the study of the textbook would help you in securing 50% marks, because 50% weightage is given to the textbook. So this is part A, with a textbook containing 20 essays. The details of the section A continues. As we have discussed earlier, that there are two sections in this paper. Each section carries 50 marks. Section A 50 marks and section B 50 marks, thus making 100 marks. So now we come to section A. Total questions that are given in this section are 4. See that there are total 4 questions, and these questions are given from the textbook of the essays, and students need to attempt 2 questions. So in this sense, this is very relaxing, as students have 100% choice that they have to attempt 2 questions out of 4 in section A of the paper. Each question carries 25 marks with 2 parts. Uh, each question carries 25 marks, and students are required to attempt 2 questions, so 25 into 2 makes 50. And one point more that needs explanation and concentration, that each question carries 2 parts, and that is part A and part B. Part A contains 50 marks and part B contains 10 marks. Thus, the whole question makes 25 marks, but one question is subdivided into 2 parts. That is the part A and part B. Part A is allocated 10 marks, and this is and the second part contains 10 marks. So in this way it makes 25 marks, and you are required to attempt 2 questions. So 25 multiplied by 2 make 15 marks. I would repeat this point once again, so as to make it clear to you, that section A contains 4 questions. In total, you will be given 4 questions, and each question contains 2 parts. Part A is of 15 marks and part B is of uh, 10 marks. So out of these four questions, you are required to attempt only 2 questions, and 2 questions, uh, again each question carrying 2 parts, part A and part B. And part A uh, carries 15 marks, and part B of the same question contains 10 marks. So in this way, 25 marks each question makes, and there are 2 questions. So this section comprises 50 marks. So it is very much important for the students to concentrate on this book, because this would help them in preparing themselves for the examination. So if they pay attention to it, certainly it would bring better results. So this is the introduction of the first section, section A. Now we move to the section B. Section B has already stated that it also carries 50 marks. So the next question that is there in section B is report writing. In report writing, you are given some issue, some problem about which you have to write to the concerned persons. For example, there may be some problem of cafeteria, right? So you have to write a report to the principal as a student, that what are the problems that you face in the services of cafeteria. So this is an issue, and a report will be written to the uh, principal, so that you have to do this one. So this is report writing. Similarly, there could be about something about the the bad roads or the broken roads. So you have to write uh, to the editor of the newspaper that this is the condition of the roads, and you have to write down to the general manager of the NHA, like this one. So you would be given some uh, problem, would be given there in the report writing, and you have to write a report. So this question carries 10 marks. Next, moving to the question of comprehension and pressing. This question carries 15 marks. In comprehension and PRECI, there is one paragraph, or sometimes it could be 2 paragraphs. So you have to read those paragraphs carefully, and then there would be some questions. There could be 3 to 4 questions that you have to write the answers out of the same paragraph. That there are some questions they're given, and you have to read that paragraph, and then based upon the knowledge and the information given in that paragraph, you have to write the answers of those questions. And again, there is another part of the PRECI. PRECI, it is the you can see in simple words, is the summary of the paragraph. Again, I would clarify this one, that there is usually one paragraph in English, and you have to read that paragraph 2 to 3 times carefully, so as to understand what has been said in that paragraph. And then under that paragraph, you will be given 3 to 4 questions, and those questions will be answered in line with the information given in that paragraph. And the second part of that is the PRECI. PRECI is, in simple words, the summary of that paragraph, and that is usually 1/3 of that paragraph. That if the paragraph is written in 300 words, you have to summarize it and present it in a brief way in almost around about 100 words. So this is the question, and this question carries 15 marks. Then we come to the next question, that is translation from Urdu to English. As you have already done in FSC, FA, that there is one paragraph in Urdu, and then you have to translate that paragraph into English. So that question carries 10 marks. And then comes essay writing. Essay writing, um, is the are the different topics. You are given different topics in the paper, and you have to write an essay on that paragraph. So this question carries 15 marks. So if we look at the section B, so here we can see that this is like the report writing carries 10 marks, comprehension and précis has 15 marks, then translation from Urdu to English 10 marks, essay writing 15 marks, thus making 50 marks. Section A will be taught by Professor Shehryar Khan, as already stated, that this is the uh, part of the paper that is based upon the textbook, and that textbook has 20 essays. So this portion of the paper will be taught by Professor Shehryar Khan. He would be teaching you this part of the paper. Section B. In this section, Professor Abdul Qayyum would teach you essay writing, how to write essay, and different kinds of essays. So this part would be done by him. Next, comprehension précis. This part of the paper will also be taught by Professor Abdul Qayyum, and then comes report writing. Uh, this part will also be taught by Professor Abdul Qayyum, myself, and Professor Sohail Khan would teach you translation from Urdu to English. He would be sharing the techniques and the ways how to translate a paragraph from Urdu to English. So this was a brief introduction of the paper pattern and the distribution of the marks, because this is very much important to know in advance that what will be the distribution of the marks of your paper, and similarly what would be the pattern. If we just summarize it again, we can see that there are two sections in your paper, section A and section B. Both sections uh, carry 50 marks. Uh, 50 marks section A and 50 marks section B, thus making 100 marks. Section A of the paper is based upon the textbook, and that textbook contains 20 essays, and there would be 4 questions from the uh, textbook in section A, and out of the 4 questions you have to attempt 2 questions, and each question has 2 parts, part A and part B. Part A has uh, 15 marks, and the part B contains 10 marks, thus each question making 25 marks, and attempting 2 questions makes 50 marks. Then comes the section B, and in section B, essay writing contains 15 marks, comprehension contains 15 marks, report writing consists of 10 marks, and translation from Urdu to English contains 10 marks. So this is the distribution of the marks and also the introduction of the teachers who will be teaching you. I hope this lecture would help you. Thank you very much for joining us.